Good afternoon, everybody. Rose Thorne here. Today, I am doing a react video to Foodie Beauty's live stream called COVID Mukbang. So, as you guys know, she is in hot water with everybody on her side of the fence because of the things that she said in Cuba. And following that up, she's in further trouble because of the fact that she got caught seeing Natter in a motel room. And what does Foodie do when she gets in trouble? She creates a deflection point. And the deflection point for this situation is allegedly she has COVID. She caught COVID. So allegedly she's sick with COVID. I don't believe it. I don't believe that she has the vid. I think if she's showing herself being sick, it has nothing to do with COVID. I think that it's because of her heavy partying with Natter the night before. We've seen this before in her. Whenever she goes to Natter's house and she spends some time there and they do the party favors, the next 2 or 3 days, her throat is messed up from the cola drip. She's all stuffed up. That's not from the vid. That's from chemicals. And I got a lot to say about her having the vid and her claiming to have it, and also about Natter. So before we start on her, let's start on Natter because I'd like to show you guys something very interesting. Hold on just a moment. So there's my second monitor. And we're going to just cover Natter very, very briefly. I just want to show you guys a screenshot that I pulled off of Kiwi Farms. And it has to do with one of Natter's now former mods. So let me just go ahead and pull it up. So as of late, there are people on Natter's side of the fence that they're just coming forward and they're speaking their mind. A lot of people are still angry about the stunt that he pulled on April the 1st, where Didi did a monetized live stream claiming that he had been arrested. Now, y'all saw on my channel, I was calling that all the way out for all the lies. I immediately knew while she was doing the live stream that it was a bunch of bunk, and I said so. And then he came on that same day after my react and confirmed that it was a bunch of bunk, that it was a lie, that it was just he was trying to teach everybody a lesson. A lot of people were not happy about the stunt. A lot of people were angry, and rightfully so, especially the people that they were so worried for Natter that they sent him money on PayPal for his supposed arrest. And I guess one of the people that did that was one of his now former mods. So let me just go ahead and read the screenshot. It says, another faithful supporter and mod of Natter's is finally having a revelation about his true nature and just publicly denounced him on YouTube. This whole thing is getting beyond ridiculous and rather tiresome. So this is what she posted. She says, I am an ex-mod and an ex-member. At age 74, he did a happy birthday video for me. He feels sorry for older women like his mother, as a special closeness to them and respect. I, of course, felt his gentle, loving, motherly character and supported him as much as I could, being on Social Security and a tiny pension, disability, and housebound. But as things went on, his credibility became tarnished when he dared hurt even his mods on the April Fool's Day stunt. I just fell apart. His feelings had been arrested for real, yet he apologized, and Didi said, get over it. He apologized. But I was crying so hard thinking that this was the end for him. Now, after this motel thing, I found this too much. I quit as a mod and as a member. Forgive this old lady for wanting to believe in honesty and sincerity in a 40-year-old man. So this person was a mod for Natter, and apparently not only was she a mod, but she gave him a great deal of money or some money. And here's the sickening thing. She's 74 years old. She's on Social Security. She's got a pension, disability, and she's housebound. So it seems like Natter has a type. Look for those women that have a little bit of cash, that have a little bit of means, and exploit the crap out of them. And as I said in my last react video, Natter, he's out of, for whatever reason, he just attracts these thirsty, desperate women that feel sorry for him. Maybe behind the scenes, he's painting a picture of, oh, Chantal's so evil and she preys upon me and I can't get away from her and she's cut me off from her money and I don't know what to do. And he paints this story so well that these women believe him. But I'm noticing a pattern here that he preys upon women who are either feeling some kind of feelings for him or they're older women that they've got a little bit of means and he knows how to get that means out of them. For anybody out there on Natter's side of the fence, can we talk for a minute? Seriously, can we talk? I don't care how old you are. Can we have a conversation? Can we have some coffee? Can I just put it out there for you? Logic, reason. Can I put it out there for you? Look, Natter is not out on the street. He's not out on the street. He's not homeless. He's not close to being homeless. He's got a home. He's living with Dee Dee, so he's got a roof over his head. She's got a job. She's making money. So there's no chance of him going hungry. He doesn't need your money. You understand me? He doesn't need it. He clearly doesn't need it. He's got people sending him money on PayPal. All right. He's got Dee Dee's money. He's got Chantal's money. The man is okay. So if you're someone and you are working hard and you got limited means, if you're on Social Security and you're living on a pension and all that, listen, if he's trying to give you the impression that he is, down and out, he's not. He's got a roof over his head. He's being fed. The bills are clearly being paid because if they weren't, he wouldn't have gone to a motel and just spent some quality time with Chantal. Clearly he's okay because if he were down and out, his butt would be looking for a job and making his own money. He can go work if he wants to work. He can go get a job anywhere. If whatever picture he's painting to y'all about I'm so desperate and I need the money, he doesn't need the money. But he'll take it if you offer it. And I know this may sound harsh, but I got to come down on this for a minute. I'm 51 years old. To this ex, my darling, you are 74 years old. You should know better. You should know better. You're 74 years old, ma'am. You're 74. I'm younger than you, and I saw this fool coming a mile away. I don't see why you didn't. But I'm sorry you got played, but I'm glad you're waking up. I'm sorry he got the money that he did out of you. He did the April Fool's stunt, made everybody believe he got arrested. I'm sure he got money on PayPal, and he didn't give it back. This April Fool's joke, if it was just something in jest, he should have given the money back. But of course, he's not going to do that. He milked people for money. But I'm glad that some people are waking up over there. I still got questions why you people are over there supporting him. I mean, you saw what he did with Chantal and you followed him over there and you're continuing to support him through views and PayPal and whatnot. But I'm glad that people are waking up. That is a good thing. So that's a screenshot on Mr. Natter. Let's talk about Chantal now, because that's why y'all are here. Let's talk about her. So let's see. Y'all give me just a minute. I got to pull up Chantal's video. Oh, wait. Did I do that wrong? I have it pulled up already. Oh, there she is. Sorry. Took me a minute to find her. I got to share the screen. There she is. Sorry, technical difficulties. Please stand by. So there she is. There's our girl of the hour, Miss Chantal. And notice that the comments are still turned off. She's keeping the comments turned off, y'all. She doesn't want to deal with the negativity and she knows she's going to get a lot of it. So, of course, the comments are turned off. She wants to be able to cause all this drama and she wants the comments turned off. And can I just say this to everybody? Do you know why she's turning off the comments? It's not just because she's avoiding the negativity. No, there's another reason behind it. There's another sneaky, profitable reason behind it. Because if anybody has anything negative to say, what she wants you to do is become a VIB and pay that $5 if you haven't already. And if you really want to go off on her, you got to send a super chat. So if you got any negativity and you're feeling a certain kind of way, you got to pay the $5 You know, she puts all of her conversation behind a paywall. And if you really want to yell at her, you're going to have to pay even more money. So, yeah, she does that. She doesn't want you to vent your negativity for free. She wants to make it as profitable for her as possible. So comments are off, and there she is saying she's got the vid. And I've got some thoughts on that before we get into this React video. So I want to take everybody back to all the past live streams that Chantal has done where she gets in trouble. There's a pattern with Chantal. Whenever she gets in trouble, she creates a diversion. In the past, it's usually something medical. Like she had countless trips to the ER. How many trips to the ER did she do whenever she got in trouble? Well, I guess now she figures, well, because there's a global pandemic and a lot of people are being affected by it, why not use that? I mean, she's used everything else for a deflection and to get people to give their money up, like DV and SA and everything else. She's used every topic you could possibly use to make people feel sorry for you. Why not use the pandemic? Who cares if it's a pandemic and it's all over the world, it's affected millions of people? Let's just use that for a topic, because a lot of people have been affected by it. A lot of people are going to be triggered by it. There's a lot of people that they know someone that's been affected by it in some way. Yeah, let's use that into the new profitable money point on her channel. So she's claiming that she's got the vid, but notice she did not show us a test. She did not take a test on camera for us where we could see her take it. No, she's not going to do that. She showed, I believe it was Pizza's test where he was negative, but she did not show us a test that she took on camera. And Chantal's not shy about showing us anything. I mean, this is the same woman. She talks about having bacterial infections and gono, but suddenly she can't show us her taking a test. That's too hard. That's too much. So yeah, she's claiming that she had the vid, but she went on to she went on vacation to Cuba. She was fine, and she was also fine when she went to Farm Boy, completely healthy looking to me. And then she goes and she parties with Natter, and then the next day she comes home sick, and that's something that's happened before in the past. The fact that she goes over to Natter's place, and usually like the next couple of days, she's got the stuffy nose, her throat and her voice sound all messed up. Y'all, you know what that's from? Listen, that's from cola drip. Her doing too much of the cola and whatever else they do. Apparently that night in the motel, they were partying it up with the party favors, and she went a little bit too far. And now she's saying, oh, I've got the vid. And here's something else to think about. Who around Chantal has the vid that we know of? Roman. So Roman's saying he's got the vid. And isn't it funny that shortly after that, suddenly Chantal has it? Huh, isn't that something? Maybe she's kind of borrowing the fact that Roman has the vid to say that she's got it to get herself out of trouble with people. Guess what, Chantal? It ain't working. Let's see. Oh, yes. Last night, she joked about having the vid. She joked about it. She was doing COVID karaoke. Do those two things go in the same sentence? COVID and karaoke? No, they don't. They don't belong in the same sentence. So she was joking about having the vid. She was high as a kite. And she was clearly on some substance where she was feeling herself because she was dancing around and acting all sensual. Which again, are you going to feel sensual if you're on the vid? No, you're not. She was joking about, yeah, I'm dying. Who jokes about dying? A lot of people have actually died from the vid, but she was joking about it. And it was just so incredibly funny. So she was joking about it and she was feeling herself. And then directly after that live, you guys saw in the react, she got rid of the video. Let's see. I got a bunch of notes here. We're going to go over the notes first. So she claims to have the vid, but she was around Pete's last night coughing in his direction without her mask on. So there you are, Foodie. You're in your house. If you even suspect that you have the vid, you shouldn't be around people. Those people should not be around you. So Pete was clearly within a distance where you could hear his voice, and you're coughing in his direction and you are not distancing yourself. Irresponsible. But I think the reason why she was free to act like that was because she doesn't have it. Let's see. I'm going over my notes. Oh, by the way, Foodie, speaking about the vid, did you know, ma'am, or do you care that if you have the vid, you can't be around animals? You've got two cats in the house. You got BBJ and Pete's. Not Pete's, I'm sorry. BBJ and Sam. You got two cats in the house. Does that mean you're going to avoid contact with your cats? Because they can get it too. And especially alarming and unsettling is the fact that BBJ is an elderly cat and she's already in bad health. Before you went to Cuba, you did take the cats to the vet, and BBJ's claws had grown into her paw pads, which I'm completely angry about. That shouldn't happen. That's just pure neglectful. But in the phone call that Roman played on his phone, which I don't even know why that was recorded, but okay, the vet said that BBJ had to come back for oral surgery of some sort, and the cat was never taken back. But apparently, BBJ is having some problems. She's a 19, 20-year-old cat. So are you going to avoid contact with BBJ? Because if the cat gets the vid, that could be serious for the cat's health. Are you going to avoid contact with your pets? Somehow, I don't think so. Let's see. Foodie has used the whole vid thing before. And she's talked about having it before. And I know some people are going to come at me and say, well, you can get it more than multiple times. That's true. But in the past, she has used it as a talking point and to get money out of people. And that's just another thing you shouldn't use to make money. Also, that I want to bring to everybody's attention before Chantal's trip to Cuba, she had an intimate occasion with Dee Dee and Natter. So since you can be asymptomatic with the vid, if she has it, which I doubt she does, there's a potential that she could have spread it to Dee Dee and Natter. So are they all getting tested? Are they all taking tests? Are they? Because I don't see it happening. I don't see Natter being tested, Dee Dee being tested. I mean, if there's a potential for spreading it, shouldn't they all be getting tested? Chantal said she's got a bunch of rapid tests. Shouldn't she be passing those along to Dee Dee and Natter and make sure that they know they don't have it before they go out in public and they're around people? Yeah, I think so. But, all of a sudden she comes up with it right after getting in trouble, spending time with Natter. And she's trying to deflect. And she still has the comments off because she wants people to get in her chat and give her money to vent their anger. So that's all the notes I got for now. So let's get on with this React video, shall we? Let's get to this thing.
I'm feeling, I'm sick. I have COVID, but I'm okay. Knock on wood.
Chantal, you are such a liar that I don't believe you. That's how much you've lied. That's how much you do lie. You lie so much that I want to see proof that you're telling the truth. I don't trust the fact that you've got a messed up throat and a stuffy nose to confirm that you've got the vid. I don't believe you. I'm sorry, I don't. You've lied too much. I don't believe you. I think that you're bringing up the vid as a way to deflect away from what you did with Natter in the motel room and get everybody's minds off of that, and also to get money out of people. I mean, you've used DV and SA to make money. Why not the vid? You are shameless that way. Your shame well has no bottom. I don't believe you got it. I really don't. And I'm predicting that within the next 3 or 4 days, she's going to say, "Oh, I feel much better. I made a mistake. I didn't have it." But you're going to keep this going long enough to get at least a little bit of money out of people.
Mm. Breathing is I'm congested, but, you know, I think it would be worse if I wasn't vaccinated. I'd imagine. Right? Plenty of water.
And, I know that the vid affects different people differently. But I've heard that one of the more common symptoms for the vid is you lose your sense of taste, right? That when you lose your sense of taste, that's kind of an indicator. And I don't know if it happens with everybody. I'm sure everybody gets hit different, but you lose your sense of taste. And she's over there just going to town with the food.
I did order some emergency dry cough stuff. Hi, Gail.
Ooh, Flop Era says Queen FFG said you were on cola last night. Is it true? I believe Frenchie. Like this. When you know, you know. I'm not saying that Frenchie has done cola. I'm sure she hasn't. But Chantal's just that predictable. She's just that predictable. I mean, she's partied with Natter in the past, and she confessed to having a cola habit. And we've seen this too many times. Whenever she parties with Natter, she comes home, she's all congested, nose all messed up. It usually goes away in about 3 or 4 days, and then she's fine. So I believe Frenchie when she says that she thinks that Chantal was on cola. I absolutely do believe her because this has happened before. So I side with Frenchie on that.
Well, thank you, guys. Yes, Flop Era. I was on lots of crack, PCP, meth, whatever. People talking like that, accusing me of stuff like that, is going to stop as well, real soon.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We can speculate all we want over here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Chantal? You and your threats. What are you going to do? Can't do anything. Transformative, hello, fair use, commentary. We're reacting to your videos. What are you going to do? We can speculate all we want. All we want. And here's something for you, ma'am. If you don't want people talking about your business, you shouldn't put your business out there. How do you like that? How do you like it? If you don't want people to know what you do, then don't put it out there. Don't be obvious. You like to think that you're smarter than everybody else. You're not. You're very transparent. You got a pattern of behavior. You're not even smart enough to break up the pattern to confuse people. No, we see you all the way over here and we call you all the way out. And that's why you don't like the reaction channels, because you're on your channel, you're trying to paint a narrative to get the most money out of people. And the reaction channels call you out on all your stuff. And the people that are on your channel or on Natter's channel can come to the reaction channels, get the truth because they can't get it from you. And they can go, wait a minute, they're making me think here. They might be right. This might all be a lie. And here's why. And it might make them think. You don't want your audience to think. You don't want them to think about anything but the narrative you're painting in front of them. Too bad. The reaction channels are going to call you all the way out. So deal with it.
You fucking wait. You wait. I'm not even going to talk about it. It's more swollen in the day. But look at this spoon. Don't forget speed. Oh yeah, Trixie, I forgot about speed.
And didn't she confess recently that yes, she's done speed? She said that out of her own mouth. Yes, she's done speed before. Nobody knows what she did with Natter in the motel room. We don't know what she put in her mouth or in her body. We can speculate, but we speculate based on her behavior in the past and the things that she's told us. And by doing that, we can come closer to the truth than what Chantal could ever give in her videos, because she doesn't tell the truth. She lies. And it's because she lies that we, on the reaction side, we can look at her and we can deduce what she's done.
Jollof rice I think it's a West African type way of making rice, spices, tomato, cabbage, carrots.
And if I'm sounding a bit irritated today, y'all, I'm fired up. I'm fired up that this woman is shameless and she's used DV and SA to make money. She's used so many things to make money and to trigger people. And here she is using the vid again to get attention and to make money, to get that sympathy from people, using it as a deflection point. The vid is something that's affected the entire world and it's killed a lot of people. It's affected a lot of people. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people have lost their homes. They've suffered greatly because of the vid. And I find it so offensive that she's using it as a deflection point away from the fact that she effed up and she went to go see Natter and people are holding her accountable for that. So I'm sorry if I'm a little bit loud today. I'm a little bit irritated today. I think I got a right to be. So I apologize if we're getting loud over here.
Mm. It's so good. Hi, Karen. Hope your son's okay. Yeah, I can taste everything. I'm so happy. So whenever I'm better and I have no symptoms for like at least 48 hours, I'm gonna go get. Hi, Susan. The rice is so good. It's all shiny. He doesn't have COVID yet. Knock on wood. I hope he doesn't get it. Well, I'm gonna go get boosters.
Chantal, even if you do, let's just say on a whim that you do have the vid, even if you don't have symptoms, you start to feel better. It doesn't mean automatically that the virus is out of your system completely and you're not a risk to other people. Okay. I honestly think you're doing this deflection with the vid as a way that if you want to go see Natter later, you can slip away and nobody will be the wiser. You're doing this to get sympathy from people. You're doing this to get their minds off the fact that they're mad at you. You're doing it because you don't want to lose members. You don't want to lose the VIBs. You don't want to lose views. You want to be able to keep those people and get more. It's all about the profit. And I would also like to say, while I'm thinking about it, before I forget, I think this whole thing with her and Natter, her going to see Natter, her going off on Natter on Cuba, it was a way to get people to watch his channel again. Because without Chantal being there, his views suck and his super chats suck, and he knows it. So in order for his channel to do well, somehow she's got to be involved. And what easier way to involve her than for her to go off on him on her channel, because then people are going to think, okay, so what's going on with Natter? What's he saying? And they're going to go on his channel looking for the tea, which means a boost in views, possibly super chats. This is all to get money for his channel as well. Okay. Chantal, Didi, Natter, and Pete's, they're all in on it. Let's just call it for what it is. They're all scammers and liars. And here's the funny thing. Chantal has gone off on Didi saying, oh, like, oh, she'll do whatever Natter says. And she says, yes, Natter, yes, Natter. Well, isn't it strange and funny that Chantal's got the equivalent in Pete's? Pete's will do anything that Chantal says. If she says to him, hey, I want to go see Natter, lie for me, he will. He'll cover for her. And why wouldn't he? He's in the house. She's paying the bills. She's paying the rent. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have any money. He depends on Chantal. He depends on her. So, of course, if Chantal, who is the employer, says to the employee, which is Pete's, hey, lie for me, cover for me, take the heat off me, he's going to do it. He's got no other choice. Well, he does have a choice. He can go out and get a job and make his own money. But if she says, do something, and by doing this for me, you get to live in the house, I'll pay the bills, you got food, you can be lazy all day and sleep if you want, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Pete's, Natter, Chantal, Didi, they're all in it together. All of them depend on Chantal's income. Pete's depends on Chantal. Nader gets income from Chantal. And because of that, because Nader is now living with Dee Dee, she benefits as well. They're all scammers and liars. All four of them. They're all in it together. You can't trust any of them.
I ordered some groceries. Hi, Austin Blossom. Erica. Hi, Norma. Dale, Krista. I think I'm okay. So far.
Okay, hold on a second. I want to address this super chat. So, for those that do not know, Chantal made another Patreon. She had a Patreon account. It got taken from her. She made another one. And there are two tiers on the Patreon. I looked at it. There's a $5 tier and there's a $20 tier. And the $20 tier is the one that covers the postcard. I find that outrageous. Postcards are cheap. They're very cheap. Why do you need $20 to cover it? And anybody who was thinking about paying for the Patreon, can I please just offer up some reason and logic? Think about what you're doing if you decide to pay for that Patreon. You're paying for your own postcard. Chantal's not buying that postcard. You're paying for it. And you certainly don't need $20 to pay for a postcard. And by the way, she's saying that if you pay the $20, that she'll send you a postcard from wherever she's at. Think about all the empty promises that she's made to people about doing the OnlyFans. And oh, you'll get exclusive content from OnlyFans. That OnlyFans has been abandoned and people really never got any content. If there's one thing that Chantal is consistent with, it's empty promises. She'll set up a platform. She'll make sure to set up the part with the money, but then she never delivers on her promises. She got a gaming PC and got people believing that she was going to do gaming content on Twitch, right? She's got a gaming PC. Why not do gaming content? Why spend all that money if you're not going to do gaming content? But she got the gaming PC. Has there been any gaming content on Twitch? No. But are people paying their subs on Twitch? Yes. So now she's got a $20 tier on Patreon to cover a postcard. She's expecting people to pay $20 for a postcard. And there's no telling when she's going to go on vacation again. But in the meantime, pay your $20. And then maybe if I go on vacation in about 3, 4, 5 months, you'll get a postcard. So you might be paying $20, $40, $60 for a postcard. There's no guarantee you'll even get that as a souvenir. You want a souvenir from another country? Here's a helpful tip. Go on eBay or go on Amazon, find something from that country and buy it. And then you'll know you'll get something for your money. But let's keep going.
Hey, Vegas, all bees or juice? At Booster Bees. I missed a super chat. Oh, dandy. Oh, there's two $20 tiers? Ignore that. JB. Elon Crust. Welcome to Airport Music Radio Feed. I thought I unblocked you, Elon. Hi, Emerald. Hi, and VIP. Lambo. Crazy head. Oh my god, last night. What the heck?
Everybody's telling Chantal if she wants a booster, you have to wait 3 months after having a case of the vid to get the booster.
I had a relapse of edible, and I won't be doing that again. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's another promise she broke. She swore in Cuba she wouldn't be taking the edibles anymore. And here we are, not even a week home from Cuba, and she's already taken them. So that's another empty promise she told people, another lie.
About the 3-pack, each one is 500. And I ate 500 after having such a big, like, long tolerance break. Oh my god, I'm still dizzy today. So
I
now,
honestly think that what was going on with Chantal last night wasn't edibles. It might have been edibles and something else, because she was really feeling herself. A lot of people are speculating that maybe she took some, like she was hanging out with her friend Molly Ann. I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I'm not in the room to know what she put in her mouth, what she put in her body, but she was clearly on something other than edibles. Clearly. Because when she's taken large doses of edibles, what that will do is she'll get really slow in her speech. She's talking like this. I mean, you're practically melting into the couch. And she was feeling herself and she was energetic. It had to be something other than edibles.
now back to another tolerance break. So I'm just gonna save them and maybe like that pack is gonna last me forever. Just watch. I'm gonna only do it like maybe once a week and just a little bite. Mhm. Yeah.
So what you're saying is, Chantal, excuse me, what you're saying is you'll take breaks from the edibles just so you can overindulge in one night and just go completely off the chain with it. As far as you doing one little bite of anything, you can't do that with anything in your life. Whatever you do, you go balls to the wall. You can't eat a little bit of fast food, you do too much. You do the edibles, you do too much. You are an excessive person. You want that rush. You're always chasing the dragon. I can't just do it a little bit. I've got to do a lot in order to feel something, in order to numb myself out. You can't do a little bit of anything, ma'am. You have addictions.
Hey, Jean. Um, I think it was on vacation maybe that I picked it up.
How do you know that? How do you know that? You could have picked it up on vacation. That's a possibility, but you were also around Natter last night. Do you know where he's been? You know what's been going on with him? You don't. You were gone for a week. You don't know who he talked to, who he was around. You don't know that. But you're trying to blame the people that were around you on vacation.
Because mm, um, right, it takes a while. No, Life by Jen's doing amazing, Flopera. From what I see, you know. Mm. Really, care? I hope I don't lose it. Lemon Z, the edible was killing you, not the COVID. Oh my god. I'm eating chicken skewers and rice.
This is my advice for anybody on Chantal's side of the fence. Okay? Before you start believing that she's got the vid, before you start throwing those huge super chats, and I'm not telling you what to do with your money, you can do what you want. Before you start throwing those huge sympathetic super chats that she's got the vid, just wait. Just some advice, just wait. Wait a few days. Just wait a few days. Wait about 3 or 4 days and see how she sounds and how she improves. I promise you, in 3 or 4 days, she's going to sound a lot better.
Jollof rice. $300 interval. Get a humidifier. I actually do have one upstairs. I apologize to Jean. I'm sorry, Jean. Mm. So I'm gonna use this opportunity. Andrea Iris.
There we go. Flop era coming through. Flop era says, do a vid test live on stream. People say you're faking. Yeah, she's got a whole bunch of rapid tests. Do the test on stream where everybody can see you, Foodie. Do a test. Right here, right now. Do a test. Right in front of everybody. Have full transparency. And you know what? If it turns out you do got the vid, I will apologize. I will apologize. I'll take it back. But I don't think you're going to do a test live on stream and prove without a doubt, no doubt at all, that you've got the vid. But I dare you to do it. Go ahead. Do a rapid test on stream.
I blocked you? How are you here then?
Another comment. Why did you show Pizza's test results and not yours? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not show your test result? You show us everything else. You've shown us your fupa. You've shown us your boobs. You've shown us your bare butt. You talked about gono. You talked about all kinds of things. Why not show a test? Why not?
Really, Jesse? What are you going to get done? I didn't show my test results, didn't I? I think mine are upstairs.
Do one now. You got those rapid tests. You got a whole bunch of them.
Guava. Oh, it's so spicy though. Holy crap. I wanted it spicy. Hi, Maxillian. Chutney. Willie.
And can I just add something in here? I have not had the vid. Knock on wood. I've not had it. But even when you don't have the vid, when you have something that feels like the flu or a bad cold and your throat's bothering you, the last thing you want to do is eat a lot of food. Usually you stick to something plain and soothing for your stomach and for your throat. Here she is eating this fast food. I find that strange and unusual. I mean, we are talking about Chantal. She's an eating machine. But still, if your throat is bugging you and you're feeling rotten and you're feeling sick, you won't be eating like this. You're gonna want something very simple just to keep your stomach straight. But here she is eating this fast food, and I find that very unusual that she's able to do this. I mean, she ate a bunch of fast food last night. She's eating more today. So that's another reason why I'm questioning how sick she really is.
So yeah, I'm gonna use this opportunity while I'm sick I'm quarantining, really clean my effing house and get everything in order because planning my next trip, planning the Beezer Show content. Beezer Show has a Patreon because I'm gonna be doing merch and exclusive content through there. Hi, Nikki.
You know, as far as people who are on Chantal's side, y'all waiting for merch, you're gonna keep waiting. I seriously doubt that if she's talking about merch, she's actually going to follow through with it. And if she does, that's because she just wants to make quick, easy money from y'all. So again, think about all the things that she's promised you guys in the past, all the empty promises of giving quality content. Think about all the times when people were asking her to do just an edited video, which is cost free. She's got her camera phone. She's got a computer. She's got her green screen, her ring light. She can make a 15-20 minute edited video, and she didn't do it when she had the opportunity. She didn't do it. She promised OnlyFans content, didn't do that. Promised gaming content on Twitch, didn't do that. She's the queen of empty promises. And here she is talking about merch. So what are the odds that you're actually going to see merch out of Chantal?
Are you serious? The chicken is so good. It really is, Gail. Let's try this coleslaw. Everything is so good here. I ordered stuff at the grocery store. Like, I'm gonna make I have the HelloFresh I gotta make. So I didn't want to order like too much food. But I got stuff to make the pâté chinois. Or the shepherd's or cottage pie.
And that's another indicator that she's been doing a lot of the cola lately, the nose blowing. I mean, she's been bad about it, and the nose picking, the nose blowing, another indicator that she's back on the cola in a big way, in a big way. And it's another thing we've seen of her in the past. You know, she's got patterns. If you watch her long enough, you'll pick up on them. She's got patterns when she does a lot of the cola. The nose picking will happen. The nose blowing will happen. Yeah, like she's doing the cola. And I know part of the reason why she's doing it is because she's got a problem with food. And doing the cola is the only way that she can lose a little bit of weight. She wants to lose weight, but she's going about it in a very toxic way. But here's where she screw it up. She'll do the cola or perhaps even math, and that'll stave off the hunger for a while. But at some point, you got to go to sleep, right? You got to come down. So she'll do the edibles or whatnot to come down, and then that's when the hunger comes right back, and then she binges out. So, Foodie, if you're using cola to get away from your ED problem, apparently that's not working because you're still gaining weight. You want to lose weight, you got to find other healthy ways. This ain't it. You know, cola is not a diet pill. Never has been and never will be.
What else? Saltine crackers. What else?
So she just got through eating all that fast food and she's talking about eating saltine crackers.
Noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, the Lipton little noodle soup, cranberry
You
juice.
should have been eating that before the fast food. You binged that on fast food last night. You're binging out on it right now. So you're trying to paint this narrative. I'm so sick. I need saltine crackers and soup. Why aren't you eating it now? You're eating the fast food. You're trying to paint this narrative of I'm really sick, but you're not even smart enough to paint the picture all the way. You do it halfway, saying you're sick, but eating like you ever did before you got sick. Shouldn't you have been eating that chicken noodle soup and saltine crackers on camera? Your cover's already blown.
Juice, orange juice, that crap.
And there's BBJ right there, right next to her. And what did I say earlier about if you have the vid and you got a pet, the pet's got to stay away from you? There's BBJ right there. Is she making an attempt to get the cat away from her so the cat doesn't catch the vid? No.
Yeah, I tested rosemary because yesterday I started feeling. I started feeling sick. The boxes are broken down. They just need to go out one at a time.
Another interesting point, overnight vid merge says the vid could take up to 10 days to show symptoms if they have it too. You were with them talking about Dee Dee and Natter before the trip. So she's saying she might have caught it on her trip. I don't know if that's true. But who was she with before her trip? Natter and Dee Dee. So everybody should get tested all up in there.
I started feeling sick and sneezing. It's upstairs. I'll ask Pete to get it. Chicken and cheesy. Okay, that's what I'm having next time I cook. Hi, spooky girl. That sounds so good, Lambo. I don't have a nebulizer. Sam, well, he's, I don't know, walking around somewhere. Pete says we're going to retest him once he has symptoms. Like, if he gets symptoms. Made in Egypt.
Somebody's asking, why does she need to show her results? Because she's a liar. because Chantal lies and you can't trust a word that comes out of that woman's mouth. The only time you hear something truthful out of Chantal's mouth is when she's raging. That's when the most truth comes out, is when she's mad. Any other time you can't trust her. Like what she did in Cuba, the ranting she did in Cuba, that was Chantal. 100%. All that hateful, nasty, rude stuff coming out of her mouth, that was the real one. That was the real person there. No mask on, no facade. That was the real her. She's such a liar that when she claims something as serious as having the vid, yeah, you need test results to be sure that she's telling the truth. Because she has talked about having the vid in the past and she really didn't have it. So she's used the vid before to get attention and money and super chats. And here we are again. And isn't it funny that suddenly she has the vid after catching heat of being caught with Natter?
You like these napkins? They're cute for the spring, eh? Limited time only. So, why are you wearing a mask? Around pizza, I will. Yeah, I know, Lambo. So I got some Neocitrin. I just feel like I have a bad cold, pretty much. I mean, it's not like, it doesn't feel like...
It's a cola cold. That's what that is. The cola drip in the back of the throat, the congestion, that's cola.
I don't know.
Too much of it.
Really, Mary Ellen? Sauerkraut? I hate it. Well, I don't hate, but she loves you, Big Beezer. Hi, Sam Q. I have one upstairs. Agathon, honestly, is that don't go on vacation if you don't want to get COVID. It's a big possibility.
Yeah, but Chantal, you're planning all these trips, right? You said you bought a map and there's a bunch of places you're going to go. So you're planning on a bunch of travel, correct? To the point where you have a Patreon tier where you're asking people to pay $20 to get a postcard. So here you are saying to people, oh, don't go on vacation if you don't want to catch anything, like you're never going to go again. But you made sure to set up that Patreon for that tier, didn't you?
The congestion scared me a little bit because...
And by the way, Beezers, don't you think it's more logical to wait until she goes on vacation again to pay that $20? Don't you think that's kind of a logical approach for that bigger tier, to wait until she goes on vacation again? And then, if you pay her $20, when she comes back, you might get a postcard. Why pay before then if she's not on vacation? Just a thought.
It was hard to breathe at some point. Yeah. Austin Beaver! Oh my god. No way, Prissy Hippie. I'm so sorry. 38. Well, I'm just wondering, were they vaccinated? Like, get me flop it around. Are you all right? I'm gonna get a drink out of the fridge. Thank you, just Brandy. I agree, Amber. Everyone should just do what they want. But you know?
So people are still asking about the motel thing, and they want her to acknowledge it. They want her to take accountability. Listen, VIPs, listen, she's not going to acknowledge it. She is in full damage control mode right now, right here with this live stream. And for the next few live streams, she's in damage control mode. She's in deflection mode. And she's going to keep that up as long as she feels like people are going to bring it up. She's going to sit here and say, oh, I've got the vid, and make people feel sorry for her and deflect away from all of you being mad at her. And she's going to keep it up until you forget why you were mad at her and you move on to another subject. That's what's going on right now. She's in trouble. She got caught with Natter. She wants to deflect all the attention away from the fact that she effed up and got caught. So now she's suddenly sick. Let's talk about me being sick. And then after a while, you forget about me being in the motel. And then when I think it's safe, then I'll go back over and I'll go see him. And this whole cycle will start all over again. All over again.
I wish somebody who's okay today could tell us, like, if somebody went through having COVID prior vaccine to post vaccine, if it makes a big difference. I go, excuse me. Excuse me. Last night, late, I ordered pho.
You know, and I would not put it past Chantal, like the fact that she's claiming that she has the vid and she's sick with it. I would not put it past Chantal that if she doesn't have it, to go online and do some searches about what the symptoms are so that she can go back and make it seem believable. I wouldn't put it past her at all. Like I got to make this believable. So let me do some searches on what people go through to make this believable, you know, to back up her lie.
Mucinex. I love life. Plus, we have to be. Yeah, so the Patreon, I have to work on the tier. I forgot. I'm going to have a $5 one, so everybody can join the $5 one. Because I'm going to do I'm going to do a regular podcast on there with the Beezer Show. It's just business, is what it's called. And
what podcast are you going to do? If you're going to do a regular podcast, what are you going to talk about? Mukbangs, your fupa, Natter? How entertaining is that podcast going to be? If you're on YouTube and you've got a big channel, which you do, you got all these people that are here for you, that have been here for you. They're giving you this lifestyle of which you become accustomed. Why not show entertaining content on this platform first and get it to be interesting, rather than say, oh, I'm making Patreon and I'm going to do a podcast there. Why not do a podcast and post it on your channel? You can do that, you know. Why not show content where it needs to be first before you move on to other platforms and expect more money?
But if you guys want to wait till it's actually like launched, I understand that. But I did want to. Yeah, there's not supposed to be $2.20. Then there's supposed to be a $5 one and a $20 one. The $20 one is going to be like a travel club thing. So if you guys want, if you're in the $20 tier, I will always get you a souvenir.
No, you're not getting the souvenir. They are buying their own souvenirs. It's not coming out of your pocket. It's coming out of theirs. And you got a lot of nerve. All the money you make on YouTube per month, if we're going to be honest, and we are, people are already paying for you, aren't they? All the food you buy, all the drugs you buy, the places you go, they're already funding that for you. And then you have the audacity, the nerve, the gall to sit there and say, well, I know that you guys are funding my lifestyle because I'm not out there with a job and supporting myself. But on top of you funding me in every way, fund me in another way. Pay for the postcards. How much do postcards cost really, Chantal? They're not that expensive. You're making 10, 20 grand a month off YouTube. You can't take $100 out of that and buy postcards out of your own pocket. Yeah, you could, but you're not going to. You're expecting other people who are gullible and stupid to pay for their own postcards.
Um, Souvenir, postcard, depending what it's like. I want to try to do the souvenir for people who have the $20 one because souvenirs are not expensive. And think about it, like, you know what I mean?
Okay, here's some reason and logic that I want to put out to all the beezers out there. Does anybody over there believe that if Chantal went on a trip and she bought souvenirs, that she's going to take packages to the post office to drop them off, to mail them off? Because I don't. She doesn't like being around people, or so she says. But are you really all expecting her to take the extra step that if she buys a small souvenir, something like that requires her going to the post office, because you can't put everything in a regular envelope, but anything that you can't fit in an envelope, that she's going to take to the post office and mail herself? She's going to stand in a line and mail them out individually to people? No, I don't think so. Even with the postcard, don't you have to, mail them out yourself? What you gonna do? Stick them all like 200 or 300 envelopes in a mailbox? Think over there. Think for yourselves. What's the possibility of Chantal taking that extra step and spending and mailing out the postcards, the souvenirs to each and every one of you, if she can't even do a 15-minute edited video and post it on her channel, which requires no work and no travel?
So, of course, yeah, this will be like my main channel, and then I'm gonna continue with the Beezer show, working on the Beezer show, and then all this other crap is coming into everything. Gaming days on Twitch are coming. Merch is coming because with the Patreon, you can Patreon has the Patreon plan I have, creator plan I have. I'm going to be creating merch.
I honestly, as far as Twitch, I don't think she's ever going to do gaming content on Twitch because she doesn't know how to set up OBS. And let's think about that for a minute. Her doing gaming content on Twitch. The gaming content I've seen on Twitch, you have the big picture, the big screen to show the person actually playing the game, and a little bitty window for the person's face in the corner. Chantal has an ego like nobody's business. She wants to be the main focus of whatever she does. Do you honestly think she's going to put the focus on anything other than her? That she's going to know how to set up Twitch to do gaming content? She doesn't know, and she's not interested to learn. When she was on Twitch, she kept saying, I don't know how to do this. Somebody tell me. Even though she could watch tutorials and figure it out. I mean, I'm over here and I figured out how to do OBS on my machine and then StreamYards. So if I could figure it out, she could figure it out, but she doesn't want to. So all these empty promises about I'll do this here and I'll do that there. Listen, her Patreon, her OnlyFans, and her YouTube, all the content was exactly the same before her trip. And they'll be exactly the same now. There's no difference. So in essence, if you're signed up to all her platforms, you're paying for like 3 or 4 different platforms and getting the same kind of content on each one of them. You're paying maximum money for minimum content.
Merch through that. So, but nothing's changed. And that's my promise.
Your promises suck.
I know I need an assistant. Yeah. Whatever. I mean,
Yeah, let's talk about that merch idea. Foodie, she missed the boat when it comes to merch. She could have made merch a long, long time ago and made a buttload of money. Because honestly, it doesn't take that much to set up a merch store. There's Teespring, there's all kinds of stores. All you got to do is just set it up, submit your designs and so forth for the merch, and they do the hard, heavy lifting for you. They mail stuff out. In her heyday, she could have made a crap ton of money just off merch, but she was lazy and she didn't do merch then. But now she's talking about it because she's got to have that extra money for Natty Daddy and for Dee Dee and for Pete's. Now she's coming up with merch after showing her true colors, the fact that you cannot believe her when it comes to her promises. But she has essentially just, because of her being lazy, she passed up a lot of money before. But again, I say if you're someone and you're expecting something from Chantal, if you're paying her money and you're expecting something back, don't. You probably won't get it. She'll make sure that you pay first, and then wait for whatever it is I promise, but you're never going to see it.
I'm focusing on what? Wasn't a good look. Yeah, I have COVID.
Where's your test? What in the world are you doing? Ew!
You have a leaky heart valve? What?
There you go. Turquoise says the last year hasn't been a good look. Agreed. It hasn't been a good look at all. But that's how Chantal makes money on her channel. It's not about having a good look or a positive attitude or positive content. It's all about the toxicity and the drama. She gets people worked up and concerned for her, and she preys upon that. She wants people to be concerned for her. She wants people's sympathy, and especially she wants their money. And she makes more money getting people worked up and angry and concerned than she did if she did the positive content. And that's why she's so invested in it.
That's true, gingerbread. Well, NyQuil, yeah. We have NyQuil. Here, huh? Right. Yeah. I'm getting the pig ring. It's gonna look super cute. You'll see. Fupa pierced? Should I wait till my cheeks are skinny? I like the feeling of piercings. I actually liked the feeling of getting that piercing, this one. And my nose didn't hurt at all.
I don't think she likes the feeling of a piercing because I've got a belly button piercing, and piercings hurt. And depending on where you put them, the pain level can go up. But I don't think she likes the feeling of a piercing. I think she likes the attention of the piercing. And it gives her a talking point for at least a while. Like, oh, I got a nose piercing. Look at it 1,000 times. Oh, look, I got a piercing right by my ear. Let me just turn my head to look at it 1,000 times. So now her way of getting attention is to get a bunch of piercings. It gives her a talking point. Look at all these piercings I got. It doesn't change the fact that you're a rotten person, Chantal.
I'm pro-vaccination, so I'm not into conspiracy theories that the government's trying to kill us. I don't think the government's smart enough to do that. But you're allowed to believe whatever you want. If you don't want to, it's a personal choice. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you don't want. I think I have gonorrhea.
I mean, you might have that too, but.
What? No, I don't.
But you also have COVID.
You missed the lectures from.
You can't trust Pete. He'll lie for Chantal, like I said. He's living in that house. She's paying the bills. She's paying the rent. She buys the food. He doesn't have a job, doesn't have his own money. You can't trust a word that comes out of Pete's mouth. They've known each other since high school. And he's been living in that house for 2 years. All he does is sleep all day and get on stream and complain about everything in the world. that has nothing to do with him. You can't trust him. Can't trust him. He will do and say whatever Chantal tells him to do and tells him to say. You know, like there's no separation here. Natter has Dee Dee to cover for him and say whatever he wants her to say, and Pete has Chantal, and Chantal has Pete to say whatever she wants him to say. They both have accomplices.
Ow. And I ordered a thermometer to just make sure. After I have no symptoms. Excuse me, like I'll go a whole day without symptoms and then 24 hours after that. And then I should be okay. No, Kimmy, when I'm sick, I eat a lot. Unless I have like a flu, like where it's like, if it's not gastro, I love to pig out. When I'm sick, I feel like I need to eat more. You know? Hi, Autumn. It is a little hard.
And how is that fast food helping your health? I would think if you're feeling ill or you are ill, that fast food is not going to help because you're putting a bunch of junk food down your throat that are not helping your illness.
Hard to breathe, but if I feel better later, and I do clean my room, I'll come back. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. This put a really big damper on my plans.
Too bad.
But I think it's like, again, I feel like things happen for a reason. Like, okay, so I have COVID, so now I have to force myself.
Yeah, and this whole vid episode, it did happen for a reason. Because she wanted a way to go and sneak off and see Natter when she wanted to, and also to deflect in the fact that people are mad at her for the way she acted in Cuba and for going to see Natter. But for those of us here on the reaction side, we knew she was going to go see Natter as soon as she got home to Ottawa, and we called that correctly, didn't we? Yeah, we did. That's because we know Chantal. We know her ways. She's transparent. We know how addicted she is to Natter. She's never going to leave him alone. And anybody on Chantal's side that you're holding on to some hope that he's going to disappear, it ain't going to happen. I'll give you the truth for free. I'm not going to put it behind a paywall. It's never going to happen. Her, Dee Dee, Natter, and Pete, they're all they're all passengers of the same boat, and Chantal is the captain. And she's the one with the money. So whatever Chantal wants to do, Chantal will be able to do, and they're all accomplices. She's the employer, and essentially they're all the employees. And whatever narrative they come up with to make money that week, they'll all follow along with it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Even if it's not illegal, it's fucking wrong. But I'm going to find out what the legal implications are. I'm looking into it, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. The rest of the morning tales of Rough Road, the same idiots. It's so, like, just discussing my sex life, just discussing whatever. Like, what? Like, what? Worry about your damn self. Like, are you for real? Like, look at you. You look hella bitter talking about my sex life up there when you probably don't even fucking have one of your own. Shut up.
I think what bothers people the most about you being with Natter, Chantal, this is not just somebody that you're seeing that people don't like. This is somebody that you claimed multiple counts of DV and SA with. And you also claim that you filed legal charges on Natter, which I'm going to say it to everybody now, here. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think there are no charges, and that's why he feels free to see her. Otherwise, he would be in trouble and he might go back to jail, and I'm sure he doesn't want that to happen. So why would he risk that happening if the charges were real? I think that whole legal situation was just an arc that she came up with to give everybody hope that he was going to be out of the picture soon. Everybody's been waiting for that. But the reason, Chantal, everybody is so angry about you seeing Natter is because you got on camera. You made the choice, ma'am, to get on camera and tell us in detail about the things he did to you, about the fact that he was scary, the black-eyed rage, he's very abusive. You did that for weeks. And then you follow that up with SA narrative. So this person that has committed DV and SA on you to the point where you went to the cops, you're sneaking off as soon as you can to go see him at a hotel. That's why people are mad. That's why people are pissed off. Because you claim this person is rotten, he's evil, he's abused me, he's done SA on me, and yet you're sneaking off to see him. So it makes people angry with the thought of, we got lied to in a big way. We got lied to. The lies are what gets you in trouble, not your relationship with Natter. The lies, the intense, toxic lies that trigger people. That's what's making people angry. That's what's made me mad. You want to go see Natter? Spend time around Natter? That's your business. But don't get on YouTube and exploit DV and SA for money. That's just wrong. Anyway, we're done with this react, you guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. Please take care and have a good one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care now. Bye-bye.